Arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. With this inspiring thought, a very good morning to all my dear students. I hope you all are in good health. I, Shreya Jadhav, welcome you all to my e-learning channel. And today we are going to do English Grade 12 Supplementary Reading Unit 2 The Tiger King, written by Kalki. So before reading and the explanation of the chapter, let us know something about the author. Ramaswamy Krishnamurti, born on 9th September 1899, died on 5th December 1954. Ramaswamy Krishnamurti, better known by his pen name Kalki, was an Indian writer, journalist, poet, critic, and Indian independence activist. He was named after Kalki, the 10th and the last avatar of the Hindu god Vishnu. His writing include over 120 short stories, 10 novellas, 5 novels, 3 historical romances, editorial and political writings, and hundreds of film and music review. Kalki Krishnamurti received the Sangeeta Kalashikhamani Award conferred on him by the Indian Fine Arts Society in the year 1953. So now let us go through the introduction for answers. Dear students, whenever you write down your question answers for your examination purpose or in test or in fair book, you are supposed to write intro first. So here it is. Prose. Prose name, The Tiger King. Author's name, Kalki. Genre, short story. Summary. Here we can say how the king of Pratibandhampuram tries to change its destiny, but it is not possible to change it. So now let us start the reading and explanation of the chapter. Dear students, this chapter's reading and explanation will be divided into 2 parts. So in today we will be doing the first 3 portions of it. Chapter 2, The Tiger King by Kalki. Part 1. The Maharaja of Pratibandhampuram is the hero of this story. He may be identified as His Highness Jamedar General, Khiledar Major, Sata Vyaghara Samhari, Maharaja Dhiraj, Vishwa Bhavuna Samrat, Sir Jilani Jangchang Bahadur, MAD, ACTC or CRCK, but this name is often shortened to Tiger King. Now over here the king or the story, the hero of the story, he is been identified with numbers of name. Yes, he is having plenty of names, but the best well known is for him the Tiger King. I have come forward to tell you story why he came to be known as Tiger King. I have no intention of pretending the advance, only to end in a strategic withdrawal. Even the threat of a Sukta bomber will not throw me off track. The Stuka, if it likes, can beat a hasty retreat from my story. Right at the start, it is imperative to disclose a matter of vital importance about the Tiger King. Everyone who reads of him will experience the natural desire to meet A man of his indomitable courage, face to face, but there is no chance of its fulfillment, as Bharata said to Rama about. Now, here we can see that the writer humorously is trying to tell us that everybody who tries to read about the Maharaj would be tempted to meet him, but that would not be possible as Maharaja was no more. However, this myth continues to fascinate people. Plenty of people are attracted towards how this story starts and how it ends. It tempts the reader. Dasharatha. The Tiger King has reached the final abode of all the living creatures. In other words, the Tiger King is dead. So, this is that the king is no more, but the myth still continues. The manner of his death is a matter of extraordinary interest. It can be revealed only at the end of the tale. The most fantastic aspect of his demise was that as soon as he was born, astrologers had foretold that one day the Tiger King would actually have to die. Now, this is a way we can say a fairy tale sort of thing is going over here, that every person who is born is supposed to die one day. But what is extraordinary matter is that the day he was born, it was been predicted by the astrologers that he would die in one particular way. The child will grow up to become the warrior of warriors, hero of heroes, champion of champions, but they bite their lips and swallowed hard. But when compelled to continue, the astrologers came out with, "This is a secret which should not be revealed at all." And yet, we are forced to speak out. The child born under this star, will one day have to meet its death. So, over here, the child was really very ferocious. He would be in future a warrior. He would be champion of champion. But the astrologer continued, there is a secret which should not be spelled out. The common people should not come to know that the child was born in certain stars, that he would meet his death soon. Now, when he was born, the astrologer foretold, and they told that at that very moment, that baby prince, who was only 10 days, yes, he would die for sure. At that very moment, a great miracle took place. An astonishing face emerged from the lips of the 10 days old Jilani Changchang Bahadur. Oh, wise prophets! Everyone stood transfixed in stupefaction. They looked widely at each other and blinked. Oh, wise prophets! It was I who spoke. This time there was no grounds for doubt. It was the infant born just 10 days ago who had enunciated the words so clearly. Now, one day, what happened? A miracle took place, and that 10 days old baby prince, whose name is Chilani Changchang Bahadur or Tiger King, he said words that was, "Oh wise prophets." So now eventually everyone were shocked. They were still, because it is not possible for this small baby to speak. But when he spoke for the second time, their doubts were clear. The chief astrologer took off his spectacles and gazed intently at the baby. All those who are born will one day have to die. We don't need your predictions to know that. There would be some sense in it if you would tell us the manner of that death. The royal infant uttered these words in his little squeaky voice. Now, what happened? The baby told that this is not something called prediction. If a person is alive, it is for sure that the person is going to die. This is not prediction which you have done. Prediction would be something where you can tell me that in which manner am I going to die. And one of the chief astrologer, he took off his spectacles and he was continuously gazing at the child, that how those words uttered from that little mouth in that squeaky voice. The chief astrologer placed his finger on his nose in wonder. A baby barely 10 days old opens its lips in speech. Not only that, it also arises intelligent questions. Incredible. Rather like the bulletins issued by the War Office than facts. The chief astrologer took his finger off his nose and fixed his eyes upon the little prince. The prince was born in the hour of bull. The bull and the tiger are enemies. Therefore, death comes from the tiger, he explained. Now, the chief astrologer was so much astonished and surprised that he told that not only this 10 days old baby opens its lips in speech, means he is able to say, but also he raises a really intelligent and meaningful question. Moreover to that, he told that as the prince was born in the hour of bull, now bull and tiger are considered as enemy. So, it is a chance that the prince would die from the tiger. He gives his explanation. You may think that Crown Prince Changchang Bahadur was thrown into a quake when he heard the word tiger. That was exactly what did not happen. As soon as he heard it pronounced, the Crown Prince was a deep growl. Terrifying word emerged from his lips. Let tigers beware. This account is only a rumor riff in Pratibandhampuram, but with hindsight we may conclude it was based on some truth. Now, while listening that you might be dead because of tiger, what would you think? That the child would be a bit taken aback that he would be dying, but on the other hand, with a deep growl, he said that let tigers be aware. Now, this is a sort of rumor which goes on in the town, but we may also take into consideration that here there might be a slight possibility of being or getting these words as truth. Now we shall go through the second reading of it, and that is the Crown Prince Jangchang Bahadur grew taller and stronger day by day. No other miracle marked his childhood days apart from the event already described. The boy drank the milk of an English cow, was brought up by an English nanny, tutored in English by an Englishman, saw nothing but English films, exactly as the Crown Prince of all the other Indian states did. When he came of age at 20, the state which he had been with court of wards until then came into his hands. Now, eventually, what happened? When the Prince Changchang Bahadur started growing up, the miracles marked were a bit described over here. He was born and brought up by a nanny. He was tutored by Englishmen. He only saw English movies, and all exactly he behaved like other prince in the Indian state. When he was 20 years old at that time, now state was given in his hands. But everyone in the kingdom remembered the astrologer's prediction. Many continued to discuss the matter. Slowly, it came to Maharaja's ears. There were innumerable forests in Pratibandampuram state. They had tigers in them. The Maharaja knew the old saying, "You may kill even a cow in self defense." There could certainly be no objection to killing tigers in self defense. The Maharaja started out on a tiger hunt. Now, what happened? After 20 years, the state was under his control. Slowly and gradually, the people over there started fearing up that saying would be true enough. And moreover to that, he told that it is a saying that if you kill a cow, now cow is considered as a holy figure. But if you kill a cow in self defense, then it is not a big issue. So if you kill tigers in self defense, it could be considered as a good act. So he started killing out tigers. And the Maharaja was thrilled beyond measure when he killed his first tiger. He sent for the state astrologer and showed him the dead beast. "What do you say now?" he demanded. "Your Majesty may kill 99 tigers in exact same manner." But the astrologer drawled, "But what? Speak without fear. But you must be very careful with the 100th tiger." So, when the Maharaja, the Tiger King, when he killed his first tiger, he sent to that state astrologer and he showed that, "See, I have killed the tiger." Then at that time, the state astrologer said that you may kill this in the same manner, you may kill 99 tigers, but that 100th tiger would be really very difficult for you. You are supposed to be very careful with it. What if the 100th tiger were also killed? Then I'll tear up all my books on astrology, set fire to them, and I shall cut off my tuft, crop my hair short, and become an insurance agent. The astrologer finished on an incoherent note. So, what happened? The Maharaja told that, for example, if I killed that 100th tiger, then what will happen? I will change my destiny, what you have said. No, when I was born. But the astrologer told that if you kill all the 100 tigers, then I would give up all my knowledge. I would burn them all and I'll become your servant. Now, the third part. From that day onwards, it was celebration time for all the tigers in habitation Pratibandhapuram. The state banned tiger hunting by anyone except the Maharaja. A proclamation was issued to the effect that if anyone dared to fling so much as a stone at a tiger, all his wealth and property would be confiscated. The Maharaja vowed he would attend to all other matters only after killing the 100 tigers. Initially, the king seemed well set to realize his ambition. Not that he faced no danger. There were times when bullet missed its mark, the tiger leaped upon him, and he fought the beast with his bare hands. Each time it was the Maharaja who won. So now in the third part, when he decided that he would be killing all the 100 tigers, there was a proclamation, a sentence, a statement was being released in Pratibandhampuram that no one will kill the tiger apart from the king himself. And if anybody who would even throw a stone at the tiger would be in a great danger. The property would be taken from him and would be confiscated. And it was the Maharaja only who would harm them. Slowly and gradually, he told that after killing the 100 tigers, he would take the, the royalship in his hands. And it is not like that he didn't face any sort of trouble while killing the tigers. There are chances where he might have lost the shot and missed the target. Moreover to that, sometimes the tiger would leaped upon him like no a beast, and the Maharaja also fought with his bare hand. But each time it was the king, the Maharaja, who won. At another time, he was in danger of losing his throne. A high ranking British officer visited Pratibandhampura. He was very fond of hunting tigers and fonder of being photographed with the tigers he had shot. As usual, he wished to hunt tigers in Pratibandhampura, but the Maharaja was firm in his resolve. He refused permission. I can organize any other hunt. You may go on a boar hunt. You may conduct a mouse hunt. We are ready for mosquito hunt, but tiger hunt? That's impossible. Now, one day, what happened? There was a threat through, of his throne, losing his throne. Why? Because a very high ranking British officer visited Pratibandhampuram and he wished or he was fond of killing tigers. So he just wanted to kill the tiger and to get photographed. But the king refused the permission and he told that if you want to hunt, you can hunt for a boar hunt, you can go for a mouse hunt, you can even go for the mosquito hunt, but you cannot hunt the tiger. That permission will not be granted to him. The British officer's secretary sent word to the Maharaja through the Diwan that the Durai means the British officer, himself did not have to kill the tiger. The Maharaja could do the actual killing. What was important to the Durai was a photograph of himself holding a gun and standing over the tiger's carcass. But the Maharaja could not agree even to this proposal. If he relented now, what would he do if other British officer turned up for tiger hunts? Now one day the British officer's secretary sent one note through Diwan that the Durai or the British officer only wanted to get it photographed. The hunting could be done by the Maharaja himself. But somehow the Maharaja was really very firm on the belief that no one would be allowed or permitted to do it. Moreover to that, he didn't agree. And the British officer turned for the tiger hunt because he thought that if he would be giving permission to one, he was supposed to give permission to others also. And because of this thing, he prevented a British officer from fulfilling his desire. The Maharaja stood in danger of losing his kingdom itself. The Maharaja and the Diwan held deliberations over these issues. As a result, a telegram was dispatched forthwith to a famous British company of jewelers in Calcutta. Send a sample of expensive diamond rings of different designs. Some 50 rings arrived. The Maharaja sent a whole lot to British officers' good lady. The king and the ministers expected the Durasani to choose one or two rings and send the rest back. Within no time at all, Durasani sent her reply. Thank you so much for your gifts. In 2 days, a bill of 3 lakhs of rupees came from the British jewelers. The Maharaja was happy that though he had lost 3 lakh of rupees, he had managed to retain his kingdom. Now Maharaja didn't give permission to Durai to kill the tiger. Now his kingdom was in danger. Now somehow he wrote a telegram which was dispatched to a British company of jewelers in Kolkata, and over there he told that send at least 50 rings, sample rings of expensive diamond rings, yes, of different sizes and patterns. 50 rings arrived, and directly the Maharaja sent this to the British officer's good lady. And the king and the ministers thought that Durasani would choose one or two rings, but she kept all 50 rings. And moreover to that, within no time, a letter came from Durasani, and she sent a reply that thank you very much for all your gifts. And within 2 days, a bill came for 3 lakh rupees from the British jewelers. But somehow this didn't bother the king at all. Why? Because he was really very happy that even after giving 3 lakhs of rupees, he managed somehow to retain his kingdom back. So today we will be keeping the discussion till here. We will be continuing with part 2 in the next video. I hope you all have understood the chapter and the story about it. Thank you for watching and have a nice day.